Hi there, and welcome to the second installation of the Oscar Blinder series. So let's get straight to the questions. So first of all, Rishi asked, how is M2/OP different from OP/OP? I've already answered the question as you can see, but I'll answer in a bit more detail. So like I said, M2/OP takes a bit longer of time to understand than OP, but it's quite a lot faster once you master it. Plus, if you learn OP/OP anyway, then you're gonna switch to M2/OP later on, so it pays off to learn M2/OP first. But if you can't understand it, then it doesn't hurt to just learn OP/OP first. Next question, should I first learn OP or go straight to M2/OP? Oh wait, I think I answered question 2 first by accident. Whoops. Well, they're kind of similar actually. But like I said, learn M2/OP first, and then if you can't do that, then do OP/OP. That's a bit of all the OP that like screwing up in my mind right now. I'll answer question 1 properly now. So, difference between M2 for edges is that you only have one helper piece, so you can only set up stickers to this sticker here, and the buffers down here. But for OP/OP, your helper stickers are not only here, but they're in these 3 places, which is for the 2 J-perms and the T-perm, which is why you can do less setups, which might make it easier for you to figure out the setups to the algorithms, which is why OP/OP is easier for some. But yeah, go M2/OP first, cause it's faster. When should you switch to freestyle for corners? Like I said there, whenever you want to take blind more seriously, but I would still recommend learning freestyle when you're about sub 130, because, well, learning freestyle when you're still like, let's say 2 to 3 minutes doesn't really help your time at all much. Like, at around that time, just focus on pushing your memo and eliminating pauses, like Noah said. Next question. Who do you look up to the blind solving community? Thank you for understanding my anally written question, BTW. Smiley face. Yeah, I pretty much answered that. I never really thought of it until, like, you answered that. I mean, you asked me that question. But that's basically sums up my response. I can't really say much about that otherwise. But I do look up people like Gianfranco as well, because they're cool. I also saw his, like, the video, in the TV show The Brain in China, where he solves like 4 cubes underwater, and yeah, I respect him for that, doing that crazy stuff underwater under pressure, so he's cool too. Next question. What were your times when you first started blind by TheMHCuber? I forgot to mention the names before, but there were people from last video. Anyway, my first ever blind solve took 27 minutes, which is really, really long compared to lots of first blind solvers. So, you would probably beat me in that. I learned blind first when I was like 1 minute averaging on a Rubik's Cube, so that was probably why. But after that, I think I only decreased it to around maybe like 6-ish minutes, 8 minutes, like a month after I learned blind. So my times are pretty damn slow at the beginning, compared to most other people, and I did OP/OP at the time. Yeah, once again, keep in mind I averaged like sub 30, so I was really slow back then. Next question. From Liam Sweet. What kinds of times were you able to get with M2/OP? I switched to OP/OP to M2/OP about a month ago, and it certainly helped a lot with progression. And he's averaging just above 230. Well, thanks for the question. M2/OP, if you can get, let's say, sub 30 around Memo and eliminate all the pauses, as well as learn all the cancellations for Y-perms. Let me just set up a case. So, for instance, yeah. Well, you could do a J-perm there, but if you were setting this sticker up to here for a Y-perm, what you can do is, instead of moving this down to here, then there, then doing a Y-perm, you can just set it over here. Then you sort of do, instead of just moving this down and moving back up for the Y perm, you just cancel it out. Then an R2 at the end and undo setup. Basically, learn all the cancellations for all the stickers for the Y perm. I didn't learn it for the M perm. I mean, sorry, the M2, the edges. But definitely learn all the cancellations for Y perm. But to answer the question more directly, times I got went all the way down to sub 2 pretty easily. And I actually have a meter 3 like on my channel somewhere in one of my oldest videos. It's like a 108 meter 3, and that was like pure M2 OP, like not even advanced M2. So you can go pretty damn far with just M2 OP. But yeah, once you're around that time, it's better to switch to freestyle. But just cut out pauses, and Memo just needs a bit of pushing. I recommend edges only solves, but it all depends on whether you do corners or edges first. But that's a different question. So yeah, next question. What is a buffer? I think he also asked, can you just go over the Old Pochman methods? So I guess I'll just do that right now. So I'm just gonna do a walkthrough for OP just to answer both questions. Don't worry about the letters here for now. You'll get what they mean later on. So let's I'll just show you my letter scheme first of all. This is the Speffz letter scheme. I'll show it. So this is U face, L face, front face, right face, back face. Note that I use Y for the Q's instead of the Q's here, and the D face. So I'll be referring to this throughout. Anyway, yeah, let's get cracking. So just scramble the cube like I showed you in the screen somewhere, hopefully. And we'll start off with the whatever's in the buffer. So this goes to, well, this is the same sticker as this one. So this goes to X. This is the same sticker as the one on C. So that, oh, whoops, goes to C. This is the same sticker that belongs to N. So this goes to N. This here is the same sticker that belongs to U here. So this goes to U. And this is the same sticker that belongs to F. This goes to F. And this is the same sticker, whoops, this one. This is the same sticker that goes to K. And yeah, notice how they're the same piece, like red, yellow, green, and I'm pointing at the same sticker that I'm doing so for both cubes. And this applies for all the other corners I just did. So yep, where was I up to? Oh yep, this goes to K. There. So and this goes to, well, oops, goes back to A, but doesn't really matter because that's the buffer. So it just goes back to anyway here, and that finishes the cycle. So this is basically our scenario right now. We have X in a buffer, C in a place of X, N in a place of C, U in a place of N, etc, etc. So I'll just be I'll just cover the corners first. Actually no, I'll go through the edges, but I'll write the letters as I go. But I'll only use this explanation thing here just for corners, because it'll just take too long for edges, and it's really the same thing. So yep, let's just memorize the edges. Same concept. Let's go. This is the buffer here. So we start off here. This is the sticker of E. So this goes to E. And this is the sticker that goes to S. So this goes to S. This is a sticker that goes to V. So that goes to V. This is a sticker that goes to N. Oh, whoops, I showed this cube. N, there. Same sticker on the same piece. That goes to N. This is a sticker that goes to R. So this goes to R. And this is a sticker. Wait, no. Am I pointing at the right thing? Whoops. Sorry. Wait, was I? I can't remember. Anyway, this sticker goes to F, which is on here. And this sticker goes to A, which is on here. This sticker goes to P. Same process, just rinse and repeat, really. Yeah, that goes to here, and that goes here. And this is same sticker as this, so this goes to here. Yep, you get the pattern now. Of course, there's more in blind, but this is a really basic solve. So yep, I'll just write the letters down quickly. Let's see. So I think it's best to go through the corners first. So first of all, I'll be using this to demonstrate what happens when I do corners. And these are the pairs we have for corners. And let's change this into something that's a bit more memorizable. So I normally make these letters up while I'm going through the pieces. Start off with XC. It's nothing, that's a bit of a hard one to start off with. But usually I make the X sound to a bit more like an SH sound, like this. And there's a C there. So for instance, for this I can think of like Shuckle from Pokemon. Something like that. I'll stick with that. Think of like Pokemon is it again? It's like a thing with like, it looks like a turtle almost. Don't bag me if I get that wrong. This is meant to be a U. Yep, U. So NU. I think of the word nuts. So let's think of Shuckle holding a nut. Sorry about my bad handwriting. I'll just draw this later on so you get what I mean. FK. I guess you could think of Shuckle holding a nut, exclamating the F words. I'm not even going to bother writing that. I'll just try to draw it somewhere. I'll draw it here. So throughout my head, I'll think of Shuckle. Here's our boy Shuckle. Looks like a dog with a potato body, holding a nut. Here's his how do I draw a nut? It's like that's a nut, okay? Don't judge me. Does it have a tail? I don't think so. Then he's exclaiming the F word. I'll do it like the typical like censorship things they use. So this is literally what some of the top blindfold solvers could be picturing. But as long as it works, it isn't stupid. So yeah, that's what'd be going through my head. So yeah, for edges, in order to memorize them, we would use. So first of all, that one's already like in one. We basically make all the pairs into like one syllable pronounceable things. So this is S. I guess I can make that van. Put an A there. Reason why I don't have like a gap between E and S, because S is already like sounds like a one syllable thing. I had to put like something between that, so that's van. RF, I can put like ref. You can pretty much put any vowel you want between these letters, but I tend to like vary it, because if I have like A between every single letter, it becomes a bit of a tongue twister, so vary stuff. AP is already just app. CU is already CU, like ku or something. So I'll just quickly go through it. So what I'd be doing is, I'd be going through each of these stickers and quickly just going like, yep, there's an X, there's a C, there's an N, there's a U, there's an F, and a K. Oh, there's the buffer piece. Wait, whoops. Oh, whoops, there's the buffer piece, so that's the end of corners. And then, of course, while I'm making these letters, I'm coming up with these things. Normally I start with a noun for the first pair of corners. So Shuckle. Usually I come up with a verb there, but I just thought of a nut, so I guess I can be Shuckle holding a nut. And exclaiming the F words is just something I came up with. And then I think of this picture and I solidify the damn thing in my head while I do the corners. The edges. Then I'm just going through these. This I do much faster than the corners. Just go like S. And when I'm doing VN, I just quickly stuff a random vowel there. So S, van, ref, app, Q. And I'm just repeating this in my head like over and over again. So I just go, when you're starting off, it might be better to just go like S van, ref, app, S van, ref, app, Q. And you just repeat this in your head over and over again. And then when you put blindfold on, you're still repeating this over and over again in your head. And it's going like S van, ref, app, Q. Can't even pronounce it. Just repeat it over and over again in your head. And yeah, I'll just start with that first. Note for edges that I'm just going to run through it much quicker than what I'll do for the corners. I'll explain the corners in much more details, but edges I'll run through pretty quickly. So start off in Memo is S. This is the position of E in Speffz, as you can see here. I won't point to this anymore. I'll just tell you what the letter is from this cube. So set this up to one of the 3 helper pieces. Note that you can't do a T-perm to swap these 2 right now because this sticker has to be on here, but you can't really do it in this case. So what you can do is, in order to move this sticker up here, you could do, I'll just trace this with my finger. Whoop, like that. Then T-perm. So it's a bit of a tricky case, but I'll undo that. I'll trace with this finger. And yep, that's solved. Next, this goes to S, so set up to one of the help pieces, algorithm, which is a J-perm, undo setup. Next in our memo is V is down here, set up to here, and T-perm, undo, there's a sticker here, undo. Next in our memo is N's here. Note that I can't move it up here in one move, because I can't alter these 2 corners, because these 2 corners are like swapping and it'll screw things up. So I can't set up to here, so what can I do? Well, I can set up to here by doing this and this T-perm. Swaps these 2, undo setup. Next, in our memo we have R. R is just here, that's easy. Move up here to one of our helper pieces, T-perm, undo. Next we have F. F is on here. F, we can't do an F here. We can't do an F move to move this up here, because this screws up one of these 2 corner pieces. Or as well as, yeah, you can't move any of these pieces here, basically, when doing the setups. So what we can do is set this up to here by doing this, and T-perm, undo setup. Next in our memo is A. A is just here. It's already in this position of one of the helper pieces. Here's it for the other J-perm. That's done. Next in our memo is P. P is on here. Remember, we can't screw up any of these 3 pieces, so we have to set up this to here by doing this and this T-perm. Undo setup. C is next in our memo. So we're doing it to here. That's already one of the help pieces. No setup needed. A good J-perm. Next we have U. U is the last one. So remember, once again, we can't screw up any of these 3 pieces. So we can't do like an F2 to here, because that screws up these 3 pieces. So what I do is an L wide 2, I guess. So this sticker goes to here. Still in one position of one of the helper pieces. The bad L-perm and bad J-perm. Move this back down. And look, all the edges are solved. Of course, that was really like brief, but I want to focus more on the corners for this. Or else this will be way too long. Probably already is, but start off with corners. So this image should still be stuck in your head. And this is basically a really messy diagram of what's going on right now. So, this is basically what's going on. So we have the sticker of X in our buffer, sticker of C and X, stick group N and C, and so on, so forth, until the last place, or where K should. Oh, by the way, these red letters represent the goal of the black letters. So eventually, you want X to be in here, you want C to be in there. I put it all in order for you because I'm a nice person, and of course the buffer. The thing is that to answer Jacca's first question, what is the buffer? It's basically the piece that you So what's going on really is you're moving this to here, and by doing that, this piece goes to the buffer, and then you're moving this piece, which is now in the buffer, to somewhere else, which is here, and then that piece goes to the buffer. So you're moving a piece to somewhere else, that piece goes to the buffer. You move a piece somewhere else, that piece also goes to the buffer. And once once everything but the buffer is solved, then, because, as you may already know, since one crystal corner is impossible in Rubik's Cube, when you solve all the other 7, the buffer is automatically solved by default. So, that's why we don't really care about the buffer at all. Buffer is that awful person in your primary school that no one liked. So, yep. You'll probably explain it when I demonstrate stuff anyway. So start off with let's do this. So I'll look on here. So X, so that's down here, and we set up to the helper piece. The helper piece is now here, and we only have one of them, so we have to set up to here all the time. So here we can set up with oh, remember how I said during the edges you can't screw up these 3 pieces? Well, for corners it's these 3 pieces this time. So we can't do something like, I don't know, L2 F or something stupid like that, because that screws up these 3 pieces. So we have to do this, and this moves up to here. Special Y perm, I'll just call it Y perm from now on. Undo setup, that's now solved. What we've just done is move the piece in the buffer X to the place where X belongs, and C goes to the buffer, like that. This is the current situation. So now we have C in here, that has to go here, set up to here in just one move. Special Y perm, undo setup. We have now just done this. Whoop. C is now solved. And yep, ends in the buffer now, and has to go to here. Set up here in just one move, very easy. Special Y perm, undo setup. You get the process already, I guess. Yep, so it's just central, and we're now on the second half of nut. So here, one move set up again, that's pretty easy. Move it to here. Special Y perm, undo setup. Swap these. So now we have F in the buffer. F has to go here, set up to here, and just one move. Easy. Helper piece. Special Y perm, undo setup. And guess what? You would have never guessed this. F swapped with K. K goes to the buffer. One piece left. As you can see, these are solved, except K. Yep. So K is on this sticker, but the helper sticker is on here. So how do we get K to here? Notice if we just do Y perm now, twisted corner, you don't want that. Also, the buffer wasn't solved like you saw before, because you can't have one twisted corner. Doesn't matter anyway. What really matters is that this sticker has to go to here. So you need to move the sticker to here without screwing up these. How you can do that? You can do F. Wait, sorry, that's not F. R, F. The sticker goes to here. Y perm. Undo setup. Note how, since I solved all these 7, well, this was already solved, but by these 7 corners being already solved, this will automatically solve itself. Look what happens here. K goes to, oh, so yeah, K from the buffer goes to K, and we didn't even bother rolling out the buffer, right? We didn't have to aim to the buffer or anything. The buffer just solved itself. That's the whole concept of the buffer. I can't really explain it much, but you probably understood by watching this diagram, I hope. So yeah, sort of cube, and that's how the buffer works, as well as how OP works. It's a bit of a long demonstration, but yeah, I haven't really done this type of video ever, so apologies if it was a bit rushed or unclear. I'll hopefully make yeah, better walkthroughs in the future or something. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye.